Hi, and welcome back to The Last Pigment. My name is Andalee, and on this channel we do a lot of watercolor DIY and gouache painting. And I also cover occasionally topics about graphic design and marketing. Today is one of those special days. I have a different type of video for you, and it is all about creating funnel pages for artists. This is a really helpful video for anyone who has never made one before, wants to use a free tool called Canva, and would like to figure out the structure of how to build one out. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it's done, what goes into your funnel, and how to use it. I found this funnel structure to be really successful for me. However, let's backtrack and let's talk about what a funnel page is and who would want one and who wouldn't. So a funnel page is really great if you have a course that you're selling or a product or a service. And the reason for that is the structure of the funnel really introduces the thing that you're selling, and then it moves a viewer through this process of buying. And it's a very emotional process, and there is a structure to the content that you put in the funnel page that really helps the buyer to be sure that they want to buy by the end of the one-page sales sheet. A funnel is really just a way to capture leads for your newsletter or for your offer. So when we talk about using a funnel, we're really just talking about the process of acquiring new clients or customers. And kind of depending on what your product or service is, you might have a different approach to doing this. So just use the example that I'm giving you and modify it to the best of your ability for whatever it is that you're actually going to be selling or offering. How I did this for my NFT crash course was I started out my funnel explaining exactly what the product was going to be. So on this first panel, I show a picture of myself. I make it relatable. You can see me, you get an idea of who I am as an instructor. And then I explain that it is an NFT crash course. So this is what the product is, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and a little bit about myself. So I talk about my experience, and then I explain that the course is going to be step by step, and it's going to be at your own pace. In the second panel, I go beyond just introducing the product, because usually people want to know more about something before they purchase it. And the more that they know, usually the easier it is, especially if it is a high ticket item. If you're selling something over $100, you might want to consider a funnel page for that, because spending anything over $50 can be somewhat of a commitment of time, energy, and money. So giving them all this information really makes them feel secure that buying your product is right for them. The way that you do that is through the next couple panels that I'm going to show you in this funnel. Each of these are independent panels. You can remove or add as many as you want. In the second panel, they appeal to people who are already doing art, but they want to take their art and put it into a different format. Maybe they're a fine artist who wants to learn how to make an NFT. Maybe they don't know which marketplace to sell in. This is where you can really outline the main questions that someone who is maybe a little bit interested in what you're selling might ask. And you can ask those questions exactly like they would ask them. And here you're asking them, does this sound like you? Because you don't want to attract every buyer. You don't want to attract every student. You really want to attract the students that want to be in your course, because that will get you good reviews. It'll get you good testimonials, and you'll have more to offer that student. If you get students that are not really right for your course, then you're going to have people confused or frustrated. They might feel like they wasted money. They might want a refund. And so this really ensures that it's a right fit for both of you. I just thought I would pop in really quick and say that I hope this information is not too simple or granular. I had a friend request this video because I've done these funnels before for clients, for my own courses, and I just really hope this information is helpful to you. If you have questions or things that you'd like me to add or explain more in depth, just comment down below and I'll make another video about this topic. I think it's something that is not commonly covered on YouTube. I was kind of doing my own little search on YouTube and I couldn't find a video about creating sales pages or funnel pages specifically for artists. So just let me know if you have a specific question or a video topic that you'd like me to cover. I am totally happy to do. Talk about some of the hesitations. So you notice in this panel, I'm addressing the questions, and here in this next panel, I'm kind of answering those questions. It was as simple as creating a graphic on your iPad or iPhone. So this is more of like, if you knew that it was this easy to make an NFT, would you take the course? And then I reassure them that I make this a step-by-step process that's very easy to follow, which they can do at their own pace. I also mentioned some of the highlights of doing this, going beyond the hesitations. I tell them that, I'm going to show you the basics of setting up the digital wallet, because a lot of NFT courses, I've noticed, they show you the process of creating the NFT, and then at the very end, they're like, well, you're done, just go list it. But the reality is that if you're new to this industry and you don't know what you're doing, you might want the actual walkthrough on your screen of how to do the granular parts like the digital wallet setup. I also mentioned that, turning your art into a collection and selling it online. So the barrier to entry here is very low because you can make a whole collection, list it online, and then all of a sudden become wildly popular. And it's not that easy, but the truth is, doing that with a traditional gallery or museum, it is very, very hard to get a collection in there. There's a lot of factors involved in that. So the barrier to entry for launching an NFT collection is very low. So then the next panel, after I've discussed some of the benefits and answered some of those questions on this panel, I actually give a 10 to 15 second trailer, which is intended to be a preview of the course material. The reason to do this is because even if they are interested in the course, even if they really want to buy it, they might hesitate because they're not really sure about the quality of the course or what's included in it. And this is your chance to really hone in on the details of your product, your course, or your service. And this could be adapted for all three of those. You can break it down into, this is the process of what we're going to be doing, or these are the focuses inside the course modules, and here's a visual preview of the content. So your trailer is really a visual preview. It's intended to also make them comfortable with working with you. In the next panel, I even break it down further so that they understand we're covering basics. We're going to layer it with strategy so that they walk out of the class with an idea of how to sell their NFTs. They're going to have a community, so there's continual feedback. Promotion will be included, so people will learn how to promote their own work. We're going to layer it with theory so that their work takes on a new level, a new layer of interest, and has some depth. It's not just a, graphic that we're going to throw on the internet. And then I'm going to teach them light branding. So they're going to walk away with not just a collection of NFTs and just visual images. They're going to walk away with a whole package, a branded NFT collection. If they follow the course through, they're really going to understand what the fundamentals are and be able to launch in that marketplace. I put a panel in here that's kind of special, and the reason I put this text in here is because I personally have had a lot of people make comments to me about making NFTs and, oh, have you sold one yet? Oh, it's a scam, and just whatever. And I think everyone is totally entitled to their own opinion about it. I am not going to get into that in this in this video. But I did want to address the fact that you should include in your funnel something that shows the viewer that you deeply understand the hesitations, the obstacles that your viewer is going to have in buying the course. Even if it's on a fundamental level where it's their friends and family saying, why would you want to do that? That's stupid. And this panel is intended to do that. I tell them, imagine being able to tell people you've launched a collection of NFTs with a strategy to sell them. So my promise in this is that when you walk away from the course, you're going to have a response to all of those naysayers, all of those people who comment that, oh, well, you're never going to sell anything. Oh, people just got lucky. Or just comments like that, you're going to be able to say, well, no, I actually know a lot about this industry now, and I know how to be successful. I have a strategy. And that's really what I intended with that course, was to inform people who are interested in that topic enough so that they felt confident to make their own choices. So here I also kind of reassure them, hey, this is my experience. Once again, I can't wait to, meet you and work with you. Testimonials are incredibly important in a funnel page because people want to know what other people have said about the course. And then I address something very important. You want to make sure at this point they are the right student for the course. And so here you can outline, these are the people who may not want to take the course, and these are the people who do want to take the course, because we're not trying to be greedy here. We're not trying to just rake in every student. The course is really intended to be a quality product for the right person. If you have a student in there who is not a right fit, it leads to a whole mess of problems, refunds, all kinds of things, and that can go for products and services as well. When I designed out a funnel in order to get design clients, I had to be really specific about who was the right client to work with, because I wanted to get the type of work that I wanted to work on, that I knew I could do the best job for. So it's really important, I think, to keep this panel in your sales page, but of course this is all completely modifiable for you. So then here I also give, in addition to the video, in case they didn't click on the video, I give them a module breakdown and sneak peek of what's in the course. And this is only half of the course. So when you actually enroll, you get to see there's a lot of content inside the course. But this just shows, introduction, research, planning, theory and application. And then I give students multiple ways to make NFTs. So there's no limitation really on, if you don't have a computer and you only have an iPad, yes, you can still make an NFT. You can make one with your cell phone. I also think it's really important in your funnel page to have your call to actions, your buttons throughout your funnel. I've seen a lot of funnel pages where I had to scroll to the very, very end of the page, and it was really frustrating because it was a massively long page, but it was an expensive product, so they included research in there. They even had academic articles. It was a lot of things. In that instance, I was pleasantly surprised and happy that the information was there, but I was also frustrated to scroll endlessly when I already wanted to buy it, and I knew I did. So I encourage you to include your call to actions throughout your sales page. I really think an FAQ provides a lot of value on a funnel page because it can potentially answer any questions that a student might have so that they don't have to email you, because emailing back and forth takes time and there's a little bit of a gap between the student deciding to purchase the course. So if you can provide as many of those questions answered up front in an FAQ on your funnel page, I think that is a definite value. But no, this doesn't fit everything that you might put in a funnel page or build a funnel for. It kind of fits mostly courses, but you could also do it if you're selling services as well. So this is a summary of my sales page. It is quite short. I've seen some that are exceptionally long, but of course you could modify this if you're doing this just for social media and you have, 1 to 2 panels for a course that you're selling. And then you have a panel for your YouTube channel because you want people to link to it. You want them to, follow you on social media. And then maybe you have an Etsy shop and a Patreon. So each panel could be a different thing of interest that you want the viewer to click on or go to. Yeah, so I would really encourage you to try out Canva, take a look at my sample funnel page. I'm going to be including a link to it down in the description of this video. So now to the fun part where you get to share your funnel page with the world. So let's say you're finished and you want to have a link that goes into Instagram for your funnel page because you want to focus all of your traffic on your new offer. I publish this as a website. And I have in the past purchased unique domain names just for my funnel page. And the reason I do that is I don't have to worry about odd things like security settings. It's an official URL. I don't have to worry about a string of odd numbers for a unique domain through Canva. I don't have to worry about it saying canva.com. And I can really personalize and brand even the domain name that I'm using. And I personally keep my funnel page separate from my website because I like to refresh it and change it out as I have different offers. So you could build out 5 different funnel pages or 5 different pages and really link any of them to the domain that you purchase. That's kind of the benefit that I see in creating your funnel pages in Canva, is that you can create many different website pages. So let's say you have a seasonal offer or a seasonal collection of patterns. You could go in and just swap out your page and refresh everything. I click on this purchase a new domain button, and then I type whatever domain name that I want to use. I would pick something short and memorable. And what you would do is claim your domain and then pay for it. Since I already have a domain, I'm going to go back to publish website. I'm going to go to use my existing domain. And then up here, I'm going to click on this little box and connect it to originalnftcourse.com. Give it its custom website description. This is kind of a standalone site, so you can modify and customize this specifically for your offer. And then the Google search engine will see that. It'll also pick that up when you run Google Ads. You can kind of customize this so it's specifically targeted towards your buyer. You can also password protect the page so that not everyone can see it if you're still developing. And you can hide your website from search engines if you want to. And it's as simple as clicking the button publish. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and discussing dry marketing topics like funnel pages. In the next video, we're going to be doing a studio makeover. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you in the next one.